the next few weeks, I have a few of Timex's new releases to show you guys. One that I think is really awesome is their newest chronograph, their Waterbury Heritage chronograph. That kind of reminds you of a very popular chronograph from a very popular brand. We'll talk about that during the video. But I do have one hands-on, and this watch has a secret that I think is incredible for the price point. And again, we will talk about that and I will show you the functionality in the video. So without further ado, let's flip the camera and take a look at one of Timex's latest releases, the Waterbury Heritage chronograph. I know I keep on saying that Timex are killing it, and they really are. They keep on coming out with watch after watch that enthusiasts are going to like. They are listening to their audience. Not only that, this specific watch is hiding something that is pretty amazing, especially at this price point. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. First, we're going to talk about the specs and the features on this watch, and then we'll do a wrist shot and of course a Loom shot. So this is their Heritage chronograph within the Waterbury collection. I recently featured one of their Waterbury watches, their chronographs, here on the channel. That is a little bit different of a style. This is a little bit smaller. This one is 38.8 millimeters. That's what I measured it in at. So it's around a 39 millimeter chronograph. It looks a lot like a Tudor Black Bay chronograph, especially the white version of this. So they make a white dial, black sub-register version of this watch, and it looks a lot like a Tudor. This is the two-tone version. So you're getting a gold bezel, gold indices and hands, gold sub-dials, and of course the pushers and the crown are in gold tone. So everything in gold tone. You're getting a black tachometer, bezel, which looks really good on here. That is painted in a glossy black, and then the fill on all of the indices are again in gold. You have a glossy black dial. Those sub-registers are slightly sunken into the dial, and there's a slight texture on those. This is a 39 millimeter watch. You have around a 46.5 millimeter lug to lug. You get female end links on this bracelet, so it is a true 46.5 millimeters. And then the thickness is around 13.5 millimeters thick. You do get a very boxed, domed mineral crystal on here. It does get AR coating. I do want to mention that. So you do have AR coating on there, and you get a little bit of a bluish tinge from that AR coating. You get a really beautiful bracelet on this watch, and it is very impressive. It's actually part of the secret that this watch is holding. This bracelet is a solid bracelet made out of stainless steel. You have, it's like an H-link bracelet is what I would call it. You have polished down the center, and then those H's are brushed. That's not the secret. You have quick release, solid end links. You have a butterfly clasp. If you look at the side of the bracelet, there are no holes for screws, for pins, for friction pins, nothing. This gets a spring-loaded system in the bracelet. And that's how it works. You just pull them apart and twist, just like very high-end watches. And there are a few brands who do it right now, and I have never seen this on a brand that costs less than $2,000. Timex do it on a watch that costs around $2,000, but no other brand does this at $299. That is incredible. So I do want to tell you a couple of other little specs about this watch. The crowns, they look like they're screwed in crowns. They are not. The pushers work just like they work on any other chronograph. This is a quartz chronograph, and it resets and everything lines up really well. That's really it. It's nothing too complicated. I believe this might be a Mecha quartz chronograph. The only reason why I say that is because the second hand on the chronograph is ticking along really well. It looks about 4 ticks per second, but I'm not 100% sure because I can't find information about this watch, but I believe it is a Mecha quartz chronograph, probably a Miyota base. So they use Miyota movement, so this is probably a Miyota-based Mecha quartz movement. You get a really nice dial on here. It says Timex at the 12 o'clock. Right below that, it says Waterbury. All the way down at the 6 o'clock position, it says EST in 1854. Chronograph, and then below that it says 50 meters equals 165 feet. So this does get 50 meters of water resistance. So definitely could wear this washing your hands in the rain, things like that, but you can't really go swimming with 50 meters of water resistance. You can really light swimming. It's not going to really kill the watch. You're not going to get water egress, but a lot of people don't go swimming with 50 meters of water resistance. Just something to keep in mind. On my wrist today is more proof that Timex are killing it and keep on coming out with amazing watches and improving existing watches. This is the MK1 that they just recently released in automatic. It is a solid, really well-made watch for the price, and the price is excellent on this watch. I'll be doing a review about this watch very soon because I actually cannot wait to make a video about this watch because it is so impressive for the price. And there it is on my 7.5 inch wrist. Like I was saying, this is a 13.5 millimeter thick watch. It is a 38.8 millimeter watch. In general, it's around a 39 millimeter. It wears like a 39 millimeter chronograph, and you have a 46.5 millimeter lug to lug. It looks great on my 7.5 inch wrist. I think this watch looks a lot more expensive than it actually is. And again, I always say that is a very good thing, especially with affordable watches like this. Getting these little details that make it look so much more expensive than it actually is. You do get a mineral crystal on here, and I know those pushers aren't actually screwed in, but this is only $299, and it doesn't look like a watch that costs $299. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts. Quickly, let's do a Loom shot. And there you go, Loom, not incredible, but not terrible. There is Loom on all of the indices. They're not very liberally applied with Loom. It's just a little dot of Loom. The hands are decently applied with Loom. You do have Loom on the chronograph running seconds, which I like to see. It is pretty large. You have a little arrow tip on that seconds hand, and then you have fence post hands. Those are pretty decently applied with Loom. In general, I think this is a very good looking watch for a very good price, and especially considering the bracelet that you're getting on here. They have really stepped up the game on bracelets in general across the board for Timex, including straps. They have done a lot to make them a lot better, and this is a big step in the right direction. Pretty incredible that you get this functionality on a watch that costs $300. I think that is pretty awesome. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of this watch? What do you think of the direction that Timex are going in? I want to hear your thoughts. Please also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It's super helpful for the channel, and I very much appreciate it. I'll put a link to this watch down in the description. Definitely check it out if you are interested. Anyway, guys, thank you for logging on. Thank you for watching this video. I will catch you guys in the next video.